Hello and welcome to Vikram Loves to Freelance. Now, when it comes to pricing your proposals, I spoke about avoiding underbidding, but at the same time, don't go overboard also and just if the client has quoted, I don't know, say less than 500, this whole category on Elance is very vast. That's something. Sometimes clients just choose that less than $500 bid budget range, or probably that's the default budget range which comes up, and they don't meddle around with it. Where because often there are projects which are clearly say below the $100 mark, maybe even below the $50 mark. They just say they're just seeking an article or two. If you're bidding say $400 for that, or $450 for that, that's clearly very unrealistic, and that's clearly a price which 99.999% you're not going to be awarded that project at that price that you've quoted. So therefore, realistic pricing is very important, and that is my next tip. So please be realistic. Yes, as far as putting a price to what seems like a realistic proposal, what is reality for you will in turn be determined by a lot of factors. So therefore, again, like I said right in the beginning of my first introductory video, that there's no one size fits all kind of an approach. That again applies as much to pricing as it does to other factors. So therefore, what for me, say a project which pays $75 may seem, oh, that's pretty good, but for you maybe $75 may not be good enough. There are a lot of contractors in Elance who have a very very strong reputation. They've had a clearly a very good project history where they've done, their earnings have been very high, their feedback has been very good. They are in a commanding position to seek out very high compensation. Now, that is not always the case. Often their bids also get declined, especially because of the price factor. But at the same time, there are many clients who come to Elance where the budget aspect is not so much of a constraint, and wherein they see that, oh, okay, these are these contractors with a very strong reputation, and they've had a consistently high quality performance on Elance. They are the ones who are quite likely to go for these kind of contractors with good feedback and a good work history, even if their proposals are priced higher, even if their quote is quite high. So I would repeat what I said, that remain realistic, and it is very subjective, so it's very difficult often at times to you know a- ascribe a particular price to a project, that yes, this is what is it is worth. Sometimes there are many other factors, where you're located, what kind of project history you've had, etc., etc. Maintain, keep in mind what I said in my previous video, that don't underbid, and don't just that desperation to get that project, just for that, don't quote at any unrealistic price. But at the same time, be realistic. That's what I would say. Cheers.